we go again. Are you ready? Let's see who's next. Damn it. So we're not doing Astrology. I'm going to do that in like the old way until we get back to normal and do them separately because I want to get these out. This is February 2022. God, I went back 2 years. And then we'll have the birthday special. We'll have the Chinese New Year special. Then I'll think about the weeklies. So, who's next then, Spirit, please? What's that one? Oh, Virgo, you're upside down. Sorry, Di. There we go. So it's having to concentrate on financial matters then. And not being able to follow your true path, what you really want to do. Not listening to Spirit and maybe issues health-wise. But we'll see. So Virgo 2022 February. Spirit, please. What does Virgo need to know? So start listening to your gut instinct a bit more, Virgo. Spirit are trying to talk to you and you're not listening. You're the guardian light for others and they need you to be on form. Excuse me. Some of you may be Virgo, Libra, Cuspers, especially the lads. Because we've got air sign energy in there and fire sign energy in there. So Leo, Virgo, Cuspers, Virgo, Libra, Cuspers, we're talking to you a lot. I know this because there's a lot of air in there. Some of it's hot air. So somebody's blowing smoke up your ass or you're blowing smoke up somebody else's ass. Still don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not. Let's see. So we've got problems with the vehicle, travel, the car crash is back. Anybody that passed in a car crash. It's the Cancer sign, but because it's the emergency vehicle as well, I wouldn't rule out issues with cancer, the womb, ancestry, so it may be in the family somewhere, mothers, those born on the 7th or the 25th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. It's being out of control, either in the vehicle or otherwise, mechanical problems, parking tickets, speeding fines, ambulances, fire engines, etc. Avoid the red car and be careful when you're reversing. So we've got 7 years of being, somebody's ungrateful or somebody keeps telling themselves this negative thing, and you do get analysis paralysis, so you may be overthinking things, especially about finances, feeling that you're too old, you're not good enough, you're too young, you're not as intelligent as you should be, whatever it is, just remember that Spirit see the effort you're putting in, so don't give up. Keep putting the effort in, because this isn't a race. You will get there. So don't compare yourself to others, and stop talking down to yourself, because we've got a need to settle a long-standing problem, and it could be a health issue. It looks like a health issue. Dental problems, bones, stuff like that. But it's something that needs settling once and for all, and those born on the 20th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. We have gossip and fire sign energy, younger fire signs, possibly a fire sign child, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius child, or it's gossip and harsh words, lies, deceit and theft. Somebody is spreading rumours and it's getting you down, and you don't feel protected. You maybe got bad advice from someone professional, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius older man. There may be violence here for some because of the rumours, and feeling like a bird in a gilded cage. You have everything you need but nothing you really want, and no security. Feeling the lack of finances, unable to do what you feel the need or want to do. These are your main read. What comes after this is just gravy, but there is probably a health issue for most of you. It could be small or large, or the problems with the vehicle. Hopefully it's just the problems with the vehicle. Delays in travel, so give yourself extra time when travelling, and don't listen to gossip. You're not as lacking as you think you are, so be grateful for what you've got. But we're especially talking to Virgo, Libra cuspers and Leo, Virgo cuspers. A cusper means somebody that's born at the beginning or the end of a sign, so where you overlap with another sign. So the early days of Virgo or the last few days. Or you may have fire and air in your chart. So you need to see whether that is true, because it affects you more than it does others. Mostly it's about hospital doors, intestines, abdomen, not going with your gut, not thinking clearly, and acting without thinking. Or someone is. Because this can flip, it can be about someone else. Yeah, patience is going to be needed, especially with the vehicle. We've got enemies overcome, so stop worrying, keep putting the effort in, you will overcome this. That enemy will well be yourself and the thoughts that you have. You need to keep putting the effort in and communicating. 8 years is mentioned, so you're still in that negative thought pattern about finances and career, etc. You're living to work instead of working to live, sorry. So you don't feel like there's any celebrations. Maybe you're not able to go to a reunion or a celebration because of the vehicle problems. Somebody you haven't seen possibly since the beginning of lockdown. That 20 is repeated, so I know it's negative energy. It's something that needs to be settled, and you probably can't do it A, because of the finances, or B, because you can't get there, travel, vehicle, etc. Yeah, so we're looking at somebody living in denial, not seeing the issues or the problems, and trying to avoid the tower falling. It'd be much better for you to let the tower fall and rebuild from the bottom up than to keep trying to prop it up. It's not working. So it's time to raise things to the ground and begin again. Rise like the phoenix. Damage limitation. There is possibly violent altercations here. I never like to see that combination. There is changes needed. So don't get into fights with anybody. Take the high road. You need to walk away. There's a lot of confusion here. Somebody may have been living in a dream world, thinking that things will get better, and they're not. So please stay away from violent people, because with the emergency vehicle there and what have you, there is some sort of somebody who wants to win at all costs, and they don't care whether they're happy or not. They just want to win. No one will win this. Everyone will regret it. So don't get into that sort of argument. If you are in a violent situation, it's maybe because you've had bad advice from somebody about what would happen if you left. So go and get some other advice, especially if it's from a doctor, priest or lawyer, because something here is not right. Spirit are giving you a gift of a new beginning, a chance of a new home, a new job, a new career, something that will pay off within a year should you choose to take it and nurture it. Because this isn't going anywhere. There's no teamwork. It's not working. There's not enough firm foundations. So it's time to let it crumble and rebuild. Yeah, because you're just stuck in stormy waters and it's going nowhere. Maybe some of you haven't had time to grieve the loss of something, a job, a person, a relationship. You need to stand on your own 2 feet. You can't. Maybe you've lost a team member, like a member of the family, a member of the work crew, and it was somebody that you relied on heavily, and now you've got to make the choice. You can't keep juggling things and being everything to everybody. So it's time to stand on your own 2 feet and decide what's best for you. This has been an injustice, and Libra is there. It could be the lines of the marital home, the gossip about third parties, or something coming between you and another. So job, family, friends coming between you and what it is that you deserve. It's been an injustice, Spirit, know that. So the number 11 is negative energy. Libra is negative. It's about the lines of the marital home. There's no passion, but there is love. Well, there is love on offer. Whether it's in the home or not is another thing. So maybe you feel that if you go to court over an issue, that you won't win, because you haven't got enough proof. All you've got is hearsay. But there is a chance of a new beginning here. You just have to let go of one of those balls that you're juggling and concentrate on what you really want. Ask for help. Yeah, there could have been cheating, but more importantly, it's about somebody moving the finish line all the time, making the tunnel longer than it has to be. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but somebody keeps moving that finish line. The divine masculine, it's about fathers, maybe, bosses, government officials. Spirit want you to imagine what the future could be like and make it happen. Yeah, you're giving too much of yourself and not keeping anything back for yourself. You feel drained. The loss of a soulmate, maybe, or you feel that's the case. But you will survive this. There's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. It's Glory again, a card. And your wishes and dreams will come true. But you have to face the chaos head on. It's time to heal and be free. Let go of the why, because that will poison you from the inside. You don't need to know why. You just have to forgive yourself and others and move on. So Mercury retrograde, a reinvention, and we haven't got long now because I think Mercury comes out of retrograde. I believe it's on the 4th, but don't quote me. So now is very important. The number 51 is important. So you may be 51 years old or born in 1951, for all I know, but it has some significance. It may be an address. So Mercury retrograde is when we re-look at something, which is what Spirit's asking you to do there with the Judgment card. Don't judge others or yourself too harshly. Mishaps are like knives. They're either serve us or cut us, depending on how we grasp them. So, say if we grab them by the blade or the handle. The name James and Russell or Lowell could be important. Mercury retrograde is regarded as a time when things tend to go wrong. In actuality, it marks a 3.5 week period, and we've got, I don't know if we've got the Three of Swords now. No. Where any important actions must be postponed. So that's probably why you're stuck, because you've got to delay this till after that. About 3 or 4 times a year, Mercury goes into motion called retrograde, which means to go back or retreat. But although Mercury, the planet of slippery wit, fluency and adaptability, this inner planet so close to the sun appears to be going backwards, it is not. So neither are you. You're going around and up. You're learning from your mistakes. The retrograde movement of the planet is just an illusion, because the Earth is orbiting the sun at a different speed than Mercury. Still, from an astrological point of view, planets in retrograde motion cause potent effects on the Earth below. No planet goes retrograde as often as Mercury, because it's never more than 28 degrees from the sun, and because of this it has given us the dubious phrase that when something goes awry, many exclaim, Mercury must be in retrograde. Mercury isn't a predictable planet going along a normal direct path, but once it goes retrograde, it's akin to trying to drive a car backwards, which is what I said. Watch out for driving in reverse. All things ruled by Mercury suddenly begin to wobble and go off kilter. However, if you're a writer, when Mercury is retrograde, it's the perfect time to revise your writing. Mercury is the counterpart of Hermes, the Greek Olympian god, so parcels may go astray or messages. It's not only big on pranks, but also false moves. He is the god of transition, roads and boundaries. The very name Hermes has to do with speech and implies he is a translator. So if you're a delivery driver, it could be very important. Mercury as Hermes conveys information, and when that information comes to us wrongly, which you've got twice, because Mercury is unpredictable, retrograde motion, nothing seems to go right. So firstly, back up all your equipment, your computers, your cell phones and address books. Anything to do with technology or mechanics. Electrical appliances purchased at this time may end up needing to be returned. Any sale items will often turn out to be massive duds. Don't make the mistake of purchasing a vehicle at this time either, especially red one. If you have to have your vehicle repaired, expect to make another visit to the shop to have something revised or corrected. How long will this period last? When the Mercury retrograde card comes up, give the matter 1 week, so next week, and then ask the same question. You will want to go carefully over any contracts, don't sign anything if you can avoid it, and check any emails or letters that you send, or if you're waiting for one, check your spam box, etc. If you're about to leave on a trip, leave very early, because you must expect unusual delays to occur. And make sure you have clothing for all types of weather, because the temperature and conditions is likely to change dramatically. Mundane matters aside, retrograde planets are said to be more empathic. And that means that strangely we're more silently and internally keyed into the energies. And this causes unusual and fated meetings and occurrences to happen. So you may bump into somebody quite unexpectedly. You may meet up with someone you haven't seen in years at the most unexplained place, but it may not be welcome. And you may hear some gossip, but I would take it with a pinch of salt. You may have a conversation with someone with whom you only have a superficial relationship. When suddenly you connect to that person, causing a much deeper rapport. If you're asking about strengthening of a relationship, this is not a good time to get married, but it is an excellent time to renew your vows. It's not a good time to initiate a divorce or end a relationship, because considering how Mercury moves forward again, if you do, then the relationship might soon move forward again. If you are feeling hopeless and worried about a relationship that's never going to work, or a job or anything, Mercury retrograde is actually a good one to turn up in a reading, because it means there's more than what you know about this situation, and that the possibility of this getting back up on its legs and moving ahead is very likely. It's also a fortuitous time to connect with a lover from the past. It is time to revise, reinvent and renew. There will be glitches and screw-ups, missed communication, carelessness, cancellations, misunderstandings, an unfavourable time for explaining or solving arguments, eruptions of quarrels which you've got, mechanical failures which you've got, missed flights, faulty computers, difficulties reaching a decision, poor judgment which you've got, mistakes, purchases, unfavourable time to launch a business, fixing what is broken, a job accepted not turning out to be as planned, but things will be different within a year, life slowing down, contemplation changes and unforeseen changes in schedule, revisions and reinvention. It's time to make that decision. Blunders, cancellations and unexpected failures, getting off track. So it's the Two of Swords, that card we had with the Elves deck, where you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's not going to be easy. The Ringmaster. So it's a 3-ring circus really, and it's through no fault of your own, I don't think. The number 9, which is your card, the Hermit, the 9th month. So the 9 is important, and it is your challenge. So you may well be a challenge to yourself, your own worst enemy. When the Ringmaster of Scrutiny appears as a challenger, he warns you to observe your situation with discernment and clarity. It is time to see the flaws in the foundations, which is what that said, you and others have built under you. It also seems that you may be getting caught up in the details of your dream, when really it's time to leave that to the divine. Perhaps you're worried about the past and the future too much, forgetting that the dream is created in the now time. So live in the now. The past is over, the future is not promised. Often the Ringmaster of Scrutiny also brings a warning to read the fine print and watch for hidden agendas when you're involved with others, so do not sign anything. Don't worry, whatever your current challenge, things can be resolved as soon as you cultivate detachment and trust that the details will be taken care of once you turn them over to Spirit. The universe has an uncanny way of self-correcting when you get out of your own way. So the reason for all this is so that you don't make a mistake. They don't want you to repeat a mistake. So don't sign anything, please. It's really important. Yeah, it's time to have a declutter, clear the space around you so that you can free up your energy and feel the energy from the light, your light from within. Love and light renew your life. So Spirit are giving you a renewal. And that's what this time is for. To reassess, reevaluate, revise, do what you need to do. You're not going backwards, you're going around and up. You're going to get it right this time. So you've got to make sure that everything's as it should be. Don't be frightened to relook at something. Possibly a contract, something like that. And if you've already had some advice and it wasn't to your liking, go seek some more advice, because you may have got somebody on a bad day who is, their own situation is colouring their judgment, be it doctors, priests or lawyers. Somebody's made a mistake here and they're listening to rumours or hearsay. Yeah, time, which is what Spirit said, corrector. Embrace in the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. So live your life now. Don't worry about the future and be resilient. Stay as strong as the evergreen tree. You will be able to solve this, but you've got to give it time. At least 1 week we need to come out of Mercury retrograde. Thanks for listening. Bye.